We got some spooky stories from the Church of England coming your way, but firstly, have a look at that. It's available on lulu.com. Quite fun to read, and you might enjoy it. The Grimoire and the Herbal by Nick Dutch. Right, okay. St. Mary's Le Bow in Cheapside in London. There's the bell that baptized backwards. The great bell, from, that church. They rang itself at 3:33 in the morning last fortnight in a backwards, sequence. The spectrogram shows the waveforms reversed. You play it backwards and you get the 1611 King James exorcism rite recited in a child's contrite, I presume, voice. The Virgin arrived to find the font water levitating in a perfect sphere, orbiting the bell rope like a moon. I don't believe any of this. Water tasted like iron. The CCTV shows the sphere rotating counterclockwise. That was on CCTV, are you kidding me? I think this is rather ridiculous. Spelling non sanctus in condensation across the limestone. The diocese called it a vibration anomaly and they muted the bell after Michaelmas. Because that story is so over the top. I mean, a whole load of water coming out of a font. No. I think that's a load of rubbish, to be quite frank. Fun story, but a load of rubbish. Bit spooky. Now we got the story from York, from the Dean's Digital Demon. The Chapter House webcam in 4K installed for a virtual evening sun glitched during Tuesday's Compline service. The feed froze on a single frame and a black cape draped over the Dean's stall, hood up, but no face inside, just an empty open hood. Audio channel keeps running. Viewers heard 17 seconds of Enochian that matched John Dee's 1583 diaries verbatim. Really? It swapped the router, re-encoded the stream, same frame, it reappears every single night at the same time, even when the camera is physically unplugged. The diocese filed it under persistent cache artifact. There are chat mods now banning any viewer who screenshots the hooded cape because they've decided it's frightening. And they've apparently just deleted 14,000 stills of this particular weird apparition that people have photographed. If that's true, that is amazing. If that's not true, it's a great Halloween story, okay? But I personally have experienced some weird shit in my time, but I've not seen anything quite like that. So, I report, you decide, but, I got questions, not answers. Now, back in St. Martin of the Fields, good old church they have on Songs of Praise on Sunday afternoons, isn't that lovely? The Crypt contactless collection plate. Right, so they've got a tap to donate system in the church for the homeless. The plate's been charging worshippers in increments of £6.66. Regardless of the card. One parishioner's phone lit up with a push notification saying, "Thy tithe is accepted, Matthew 4:9. The verse citation audio links to a geotag drop pin in the Judean wilderness. The bank can't reverse the charges. Vendor IT chases to a data center that went offline. So there's a haunted data center went offline in 2009. The crypt of St. Martin in the Fields now smells of burnt myrrh at 6 in the morning. And what the fuck is it saying there? An impossible timestamp. Yes, I know the 66 minutes past 6 in the morning is an impossible timestamp, which still flashes on the Square's reader. The vicar locks the pad in the safe, and every down it's back on the altar. The battery's at 66%, waiting for the next contactless soul. So you got your card reader that's perpetually at 66%, charging £6.66, and texting people saying thy tithe is accepted. And there's a smell of burnt myrrh. Now, part of me thinks that some of these are made up specifically. Okay, I mean, this could in fact be just the church saying, let's scare some people and let's make some shit up. Alright, that could be part of it. Or maybe there was something weird going on there, and the story has through Chinese whispers got a bit more over exaggerated, and then finally it hits the the things in the outer world, the internet, and then it comes to me, and so therefore we got these rather over the top type stories. I mean, we can't look at these stories and think that, yeah, man, that's exactly the way it is, that's exactly the way it happened. We don't know. We should have questions about these things, not answers. And they should be open to investigation. But even the investigators themselves might also be dodgy people. So we've got more and more questions to ask. But either way, the stories, we must admit, are in fact quite fantastic. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Happy Halloween, sleep tight, and don't let the bed bugs bite, and don't let scary movies by a man called Nick Dutch lull you into terror and overthinking and other things like that.